There is a word narcissist which is quite prominent in today's society, where there is a trend to sling mud at each other and a fascination with seeing others fall. However, when this term is examined by Himalayan siddhas and yogis, a new controversy arises known as the Paradox of Narcissism. First, we need to understand the meaning of this term and how to identify a narcissist personality. It is said that people with this kind of personality type never acknowledges their mistakes and never accept their fault. They are indifferent to others' feelings and do not take responsibility for their actions. Such individuals may scream and shout, and when challenged, their arrogance comes to the forefront, causing them to become enraged. When they find no way out in their life, they may feign childish behavior to escape responsibility. Additionally, it is said that those with this disorder create various doubts in the minds of their victims. And through these doubts, they try to keep their victims under control. When an attempt is made to communicate with them or learn about them, they hide themselves in such a way that understanding them becomes very difficult. They are also persistently negative, claiming that nothing is right, and they are always in denial mode. If their mistakes are ever discovered and you gain the upper hand, they resort to gaslighting, saying that they are the ones at fault, that everything is their fault, and that they made a mistake. Why? To make others feel embarrassed and subdued. However, if we consider another perspective, it is also possible that the person accused of being narcissist might be taking all the blame upon themselves to save their relationship or for love, accepting all faults to maintain the relationship with their loved ones. If this logic is accepted, then anyone who loves might be labeled as narcissist. That is why this is the paradox of narcissism. Whenever they do not understand something, it is said about narcissist personality that whenever they don't understand something, they become silent and do not answer any question. They create a state of communication breakdown so that the other person cannot understand the issue, and with the passage of time, the matter resolves itself. They also interact harshly with those around them, doing things to belittle them. These are some of the traits found in narcissistic individuals. However, the main point is that a narcissist is someone who is self-absorbed, believing themselves to be the best, most beautiful and superior. But why do Himalayan siddhas and yogis consider this to be a paradoxical thing? Here is how to understand it. Suppose someone accuses another person of being a narcissist. The first major question that arises is, who gave that person the authority to evaluate the other? The reasons given for labeling someone as narcissist might align with the accuser's own mindset, making them believe that other person is narcissistic. But the key point is, when someone accuses another person of being a narcissist, you should first be cautious about their motives. Because in today's world, where even siblings often interact with self-interest, if one person accuses another of being a narcissist, it becomes essential to understand what hidden agenda might be behind this accusation. We must remember that not all accusers are innocent, helpless, or victims. Sometimes perpetrators pretend to be victims to attack others. It is possible that the person trying to portray someone as a narcissist may themselves turn out to be a narcissist later. How can you be sure? Therefore, it is somewhat paradoxical. Another point is that when someone accuses another person of being a narcissist, it implies that they themselves as a person of great character, they are trying to imply that they are a generous individual, or they are trying to imply that they are following the righteous path. Alternatively, they might see themselves as a victim, with the person being accused of narcissism seen as the perpetrator. But is this true? This is indeed significant paradox. When we view a subject or issue from one-sided or single perspective, this is often the case. However, we must always remember that God gave us not one but two eyes. Similarly, when examining someone whom some people are blaming as a narcissist, do not view them with just one eye. The main question then arises, who determines who is a narcissist or who is not? The person accusing someone else of being a narcissist is effectively becoming their own lawyer and judge, portraying themselves as innocent and virtuous. But this is not how justice is served. A wise person is needed who can weigh both the accusers and the accused on the same scale to determine who is truly a narcissist. When we label others as narcissists and consider ourselves innocent, we ourselves may be exhibiting narcissistic traits, right? This is because in playing the victim card, we present ourselves as superior, which is precisely the paradox of narcissism. When someone accuses another of being a narcissist, they often dramatize their situation, crying and being emotional to convince people that this narcissist individual has ruined their life. They portray themselves as fearful and oppressed, making it difficult for you to discern whether the individual blaming someone of being narcissist is genuinely distressed or merely putting on an act. How can you tell if the person is not pretending or to be upset? How can you determine if they are fabricating lies? Often, you may accept their emotional display and their every word as truth. Even if they present evidence, your emotional state might prevent you from critically assessing whether the evidence is valid and whether it can be considered a reliable evidence. So the person who is manipulating others emotionally and misleading them, aren't they narcissists? Don't they know that they are deceiving others by lying? This is where narcissism appears as a paradox. It's not just about presenting a philosophy or theory or labeling it and then accusing someone. Society needs knowledge, not branding people with labels like you are a narcissist, you are this and you are that. That's why we need more wise people in society who can understand the reasons behind such negative words and pave the way forward by eliminating them. In this world, there is a crowd of negative people who will never let such words disappear. Indeed, they will create new terms to use for attacking others. See, if we consider Bhagwan Krishna, he declares himself to be God. He is saying that in trees, I am the peepal tree, among metals, I am the gold, among Munis, I am the Kapil Muni, and among gods, I am Indra himself. Thus, Bhagwan Krishna is proclaiming himself as the supreme being in everything. So, by this logic, gods and incarnations could be seen as narcissists. But is it narcissism to inspire a sense of self-respect and high ideals? This is referred to as maintaining high or heroic ideals. If a person is weak and they think that no, I am strong, I am capable and I will fight against injustice and oppression, is that narcissism? Thus, deities, incarnations, sadhu mahatmas and gurus are not narcissists, but they rather wish to teach us something. However, if you look at the attributes of narcissistic personality, you might find even gods and incarnations and sadhu mahatmas and gurus appearing as narcissists. This is the paradox of narcissism. When you delve deeply into those who accuse others of narcissism, you may find that the accuser themselves turns out to be a narcissist. You might discover that such an accuser often leaves home and their parents repeatedly during childhood because they want to act as they please, which their parents will never allow. Because they would like them to be morally strong. You will see that their marital lives also fails to thrive, and they may have multiple partners because they cannot remain loyal to one. And if they have children, they may abandon them, leaving them in orphanages. Even if they pursue a spiritual path, they may keep moving from one guru to another, never staying loyal to one. Kicking out one guru for another and doing this thing repeatedly in their life. They prefer to remain free and indulge in promiscuity. Such a person sees themselves as pure divine being, claiming to be a deity like Vaishno Mata or some other god or goddesses. However, if they see only faults and flaws in everyone else. The essence is that if someone with sinful tendencies brands you as narcissist, misogynist, sexist, or this or that, do not be afraid or disheartened. The great Rishimunis and the Siddhas of Himalayas say that you are merely an individual. You are not someone's father, not someone's mother, you are not someone's sibling or relative. You are only a pure conscience. You have no name, no body. You are beyond this. You are pure conscience. Therefore, the world will give you names. They will deceive you, they will accuse you, they will lie to you and cheat you. But remain steadfast on the path of dharma. Continue on the path that has been made for you, which is the path of truth, leading towards enlightenment, where the stream of love flows, not accusations. So the Siddhas, a Siddha is a person who can destroy these negative words and the hidden negative powers within them and provide a new path for civilization. So do not fear those who label you. Move forward because you are a yogi and the blood of the Siddhas flows in your veins. Don't afraid in calling yourself Shiva, in calling yourself Siddha, in calling yourself Bhairav, just because someone will label you as a narcissist. So say it proudly, Siddhoham, Bhairavoham, Shivoham.